Hey, it's your girl Bthirstypretzel. Welcome to the Random Pack Generator Build Challenge. I started off by building a shell. Normally when I build a shell, I put rooms on rooms. In this case, I decided to do rooms on rooms, and then I decided I was going to make the living room a sunken living room, which I've never done before. Decided to be ambitious on this one. So to do sunken living room, you have to raise the whole foundation of the house, and then you separate the part that you want to be sunken, remove the floor, add stairs and then remove the floor, and then that's basically it. Then I decided that I wanted to change what was connected to the sunken living room. I thought the sunken living room wasn't big enough, so I expanded the living room part and closed the entryway part. Then I decided that the back of the house was going to be a dining room, which led to a hallway, which I wasn't sure it was connected to. Then I thought there should be a room on the right side of the entry where the sunken living room is. Don't know what that is yet either. Then I realized that the sunken living room entryway part wasn't big enough, and that I needed to be able to fit stairs to lead to the second floor. Do I really need to complicate it with the second floor? No, but I like to complicate my life. Then I decided to start adding the roof, because I'm not good at roofs. Actually, I'm not good at building, but it is what it is. Once the roof started to get added, I decided that in the front of the house, I wanted the roof to be going in a different direction and a different angle. And the outside is going to be a porch or a balcony. So now it's time to get started with the random pack generator from James Turner on his YouTube channel page. So I went to the random pack generator and I added all the packs that I have, which are all of them. And then I started to generate, and the first one that came up, generating, was Dine Out. And I decided that to use the Dine Out package, first I had to see what was in there, and it looked like a lot of stuff, obviously, to decorate a restaurant because it's Dine Out. So I decided to do that in the dining room. I know, kind of a cop-out, but I decided to give myself a little bit of break because there are way too many rooms. So first I decided to put the light in and pick out a wallpaper. I don't really go for I kind of go simple wallpapers. In this case I decided to do blue, which was kind of outside of what I normally would have picked. And I was gonna go bench, but then I'm like, no, don't want a bench. So I decided to do a long dining table with chairs. I picked gold for the colors, or yellow to kind of pop against the blue. Then I put some decor on the wall. And it's starting to look a little bit like a formal dining room. So I guess this is a fancy family. Then I decided they needed booze. They can't drink it, but I put it up on the wall as a display. I got some lit trees. That doesn't sound right, but I decided to put those up as decorations. I added another light overhead just to make the room brighter. Not that it wasn't bright enough, and it definitely needs a rug. You always need a rug to finish it off. Then I went back to the random pack generator from James, generated some more, and got Get Famous. Get Famous I decided to use on the outside of the house because I kind of like the style for the windows and the door, and then I decided they needed a koi pond because, like I said, this is a fancy family. Koi pond in the front. Added some flower boxes to the windows just to brighten it up because right now it's like gray, black, blue. So the flower boxes I thought made it look really nice, and I added them to all the front windows. Then I added the brick wallpaper and more windows, and I realized I needed the door for the outside for the balcony, and instead of using the pack for whatever room it's going to be, I decided to, since it's an outside door, it should match the Get Famous pack. Added some windows, More windows. Still more windows. Change the roof a little bit. More windows. What is with me and windows? I mean, I love a good window. Need good windows. Good lighting. Still more windows? No, more wallpaper. Good. I fixed the pitch of the roof because they were pretty high. And then I needed the railing for the balcony part. Is it a balcony or a terrace? I don't really know. Somebody let me know in the comments. Which I wanted the balcony fence to match the fence on the stairs, or the railing on the stairs for the front. So I did that. And then I changed the roof color to match the Get Famous and also to match the foundation, because the foundation is black. So I needed a darker roof color to contrast from the wallpaper for the outside. And then I needed a flooring color for the balcony. We're going to call it a balcony because I really don't know what it's called. And then obviously foliage. Need trees. This is a huge lot, so to make it feel not as big, just add some trees. A big tree. I love that tree. Back to the random pack generator. Next pack is generating kid stuff, or kids room stuff. So I went to a room upstairs and I decided to make it a kid's bedroom. I picked the rainbow door because I never get to use the rainbow door. And I also picked these lanterns, which I never really use. I love them. They're really colorful, but I can never bring myself to use them because they're randomly colored. So like I said, normally I pick kind of plain wallpapers, as you can see from me picking this plain yellow, but I figured if you have all these bright colors on the lanterns and the doors, that you don't want it to be too much. Then I decided to do an accent wall, which I thought would be this fun pattern of circles. Kind of looks like a clown wallpaper, but I like it. And then I changed the lantern colors to match, which this room is now yellow and blue, obviously, as you can see. So I decided to try to find some flooring that wouldn't be too crazy, and just have that accent wall be the main focal point. And then I added some decorations on the wall. I like to add the wall hangings, and I was trying to find stuff that would match the room but not too crazy. And I had to pick a bed, obviously, and that bed matched the best with the wall. And then I had to add all the other white and blue accents. And I was just trying to figure out how much of the kids' room stuff I could fit in this room, because I don't want to overcrowd the room. I do like it to look real, like somebody lives there, but I don't want to put so much clutter and stuff all over. And at the end of this, I don't show it, but I did actually play test this with a real sim. So once I put it up on the gallery, you should be able to use it if you want. If you do, I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy. So yeah, back to narrating. I added more. Obviously, you know I needed to put a rug. As I said, you always need a rug. The room is not finished until you add a rug. Just like your makeup's not finished until you add the eyeliner. Well, obviously, people will disagree with that, but that's how I feel. So yeah, I added some more clutter to make the room look different. And then I decided that the room needed a little more art or something. Because it seems like maybe this is a boy room, but it could be a girl room. Anyway, back to the generator. Next room is going to be, I think, the bathroom. So, generating Strangerville for a bathroom? Do they have bathroom stuff? Oh boy. Okay, so I decided to start with the wallpaper. And Strangerville has 2 wallpapers. I didn't want that rusty, like, tin wallpaper, so I decided to go with the alien one because I wanted it to match the alien velour. it's not really alien, it's like robot, or the inside of a spaceship, which goes nice with the spaceship UFO type overhead light. Then I decided to use the alien mother plants as wall decorations, and they did actually have a shower, so I used that. And I decided to use the alien mother plants as a bath mat, so that was an interesting choice, and something I probably wouldn't have thought of. Back to the random pack generator, and the next thing it generated was spa day. And I know spa day has like bed stuff or stuff that could be used for a bedroom, or a dining room, or even a kitchen, but I decided to go back downstairs to where the hallway that I created was, into that room that I didn't know was going to be. And I decided that was going to be like a chill fitness kind of den. And I've never used these wall lights before because I never really had a build that it fit. So I used those wall lights, put them all around, and they don't really add that much light, but it's a nice feature. It looks like a cool wall decoration. So I put those in, and then I had to figure out a wallpaper that would go with them. I decided to use the color block wall, which I never really used either. I decided to do it on that one long hallway, so that's like an accent wall again. Obviously you can see I have a design style where I like accent walls. And then I decided to go with a dark wood for the floor, and then started adding furniture in. Spa Day has some interesting furniture, not bad. I like the wood tones. I'm very much in my real life into wood tones. I use these cubes as tables, which I've never used those either, but they do match the wall lights, which I thought was pretty cool. So then I added some hanging lights to make the room brighter. As I put the massage chair, put the massage table, I put a couch, and then I decided to use these room dividers. They're not really room dividers, but they're like standing wall looking room dividers. So I use those just to add some more decoration in the room. I put some planters on the wall above the window, and then a little table. Then I added a radio, because this is, like I said, kind of chill den type space. Then I decided to put some bamboo as more decoration, because I wasn't really sure what to put in the hallway, because I wanted them to be able to walk, but I didn't want to put anything that was too involved. I put a yoga mat so they can do some yoga in here, zen out, namaste. Then I decided to go back to the random pack generator to pick my next room, and I got my first pet stuff. I decided to go back to the sunken living room for my first pet stuff because I really didn't know what to do with it. I put a hardwood floor down, and then I had to figure out what to do with the wallpaper, because as you can see, for the sunken living room, it does show the foundation, because the room is lower than the foundation. So I picked a dark color to match the black foundation, and then I had to figure out what the floor would be, because I put that lighter wood and then I decided to go dark wood to match the foundation. So then I started putting in the My First Pet Stuff furniture. I decided to keep this room kind of dark in color, so I went with the red couches or sectional. I guess it's like a love seat. I don't really know. And then I put the side tables and the circular living room table, which I never used that either. I love it though. It looks like it has fish in it. It's pretty cool. And then I put these very kitschy kind of pictures up. I put a hanging TV, obviously, because this is the living room. And then I decided to put some plants, because I can keep plants alive in the Sims, but not in real life. So that's where I put them. Obviously, another rug. And then I realized that I didn't have anything really in the way of decorations. So I decided to enlarge the pictures from My First Pet Stuff, the ones of animals. which was fun. So there's some dinosaurs, a bunny, an elephant. I didn't use the dinosaur. I used the elephant and the bunny. And then I wanted to see what else I could fit in this room. But I already had a bookcase. So back to the random pack generator. And the next pack it generated was cool kitchen stuff. Obviously, you know that means I'm going to the kitchen. I realized, though, that I didn't have a door between the entryway and the kitchen. So that's kind of necessary. But before I put the door, I decided to use cabinets and just take out everything that pack had so I could try to use as much as possible and see what was there and start arranging it around the room. So I took out these green chairs, which I would never use because they're a bright fluorescent, like radioactive green, but they actually turn out really nice. So you'll see what happens. But I did all the cabinets, moved them around, and I decided I wanted to do a kitchen island. So I did a small island, I put some stuff, rearranged it, and then I had all the stuff that I took out from the pack that's supposed to go on the walls that I had to figure out where they went. Also, I realized that I hadn't picked a wallpaper or flooring yet, and I still haven't put it in the door. So those things need to happen, and they will at some point. But once I figured out the placement of the main appliances and the cabinets and where I wanted stuff to go, I recolored, because at first you see I'm changing the chairs to blue and the cabinets to blue, and then I realized that I like the lime green, so I changed the cabinets back to a darker color and left the lime green as accent. And now I'm picking wallpaper. I had to pick a subtle wallpaper so that the green would be the focal point, and then I realized I didn't have any lights in, so I couldn't tell what color the wallpaper was. So I put the lights in. Those beamer lights are super cheap and they beam in that room. I use them all the time, especially when I have rags to riches challenges. Anyway, another story. But I put the doorway in. I decided to not go door and go archway. Then I add the flooring. Then I put another rug. I'm the queen of rugs. Love rugs. So I picked this super fluorescent radioactive green again. Onto the next room. Generating. The bowling alley. Bowling night. That was fun. I've never used anything in this pack. Seriously. Never. So I decided to go all out. I picked the most random. You'll see. Yeah, you'll see when the room is done. So I started taking stuff out. They only have 2 wallpapers, so it was kind of limited. I actually love bowling, so I thought this was really funny. I picked this wallpaper. It looks very retro. I really like it. And it actually matches the window style, funny enough. So then I decided to match the door and the window, since it's entryway, to pick this color or shade of rug. So at the end of it, this room looks very much like an old retro bowling alley, which I thought was pretty cool. And you'll also notice, which I didn't notice yet, but I'm about to, that I also didn't put another door to get to this other room that's empty on the right. But I will notice. Right now, that's where the pictures are, but it'll get moved. So I started putting more decor in from the pack. I decided, you need a bowling rack. There's no bowling alley, but you need a bowling rack. This family, whoever lives here, avid bowlers. So I put in the couch, I put in the bowling rack, decided I need another rug on top of a carpet. Is what it is. That's my choice. I decided to put some more wall decor. And I wasn't sure what this is supposed to be, but I like it. I'm into fluorescent, bright type things. I put a living room table. I finally noticed there was no door. So then another archway got added. And I got rid of those pictures. And I was trying to figure out what I could put in this room just to add some more from the pack. And I wasn't really sure what else to put because it looked pretty complete. So on to the next room. This room I actually forgot to put the random pack generator up, but it ended up being cats and dogs. So first I put some lights in, then I was trying to pick the wallpaper. I decided to go with this kind of colonial, it reminded me of northeastern style wallpaper. So I put that in, and then I decided to put like a little reading nook bench in the corner. And then kind of midway through, I realized that I wanted this to be like a study office type place. So I put the huge cabinet, and then I actually remembered for the first time that I could put curtains on the window because I always forget curtains. This pack actually has okay curtains, so I put those in. Then I put a little area rug, and I was trying to figure out a way to make this cabinet work because it's huge. And I really like it, and I never get to use it because it's so big, and I normally do smaller builds. But in this case, it didn't work because the plates at the top were going through the floor of the second floor. So I had to get rid of it, which I'm about to do, I think. I guess not. I decided to put the plant in the corner, just to add a little something, so the room looks more complete. Finally got rid of the cabinet and was trying to think what else to put. I like the little suitcase book thing that I put in the corner. It's like just regular decor. You can't do anything with it. I wish it was functional, like you could kind of take books and read from it, but it's not. Then I put the staircase that leads to the second floor because I hadn't put that in yet, and it actually seemed to fit this room. Then I just started adding other furniture to kind of fill up the space of the room. And since it's cats and dogs, obviously I have to figure out what cat or dog furniture I was going to put in. I'm a crazy cat lady though, so it's probably going to end up being cat stuff. So I put a bookcase and decided to change the color of the furniture in this room, to kind of a more white and darker brown color. Here comes the cat furniture, which actually matches the color of the window and the bench pretty well. More cat furniture, cat clutter. Gotta put a litter box. I don't know where to put it, because I wasn't sure if they'd be able to walk past the litter box to get to that little area in the corner. So the litter box is going to end up getting moved a few times around the room. Once that room was complete, I decided to go back to the random pack generator to get the next pack. And it is going to be vintage Glamour stuff. So I decided to go upstairs and do the bedroom for vintage Glamour stuff, which actually has some really nice style furniture in it and decor. It's all kind of dark if you just look at it, but when you change the color, there's a lot of color options. I decided to go light blue to match the wall frames and the door because they're like a nice light blue. So it's very Great Gatsby-esque in terms of the furniture and the style. So I decided to go black and white, put a little chandelier in there. I remembered the curtains again. Put a little rug, obviously. And then I had to figure out where the bed went because I knew they wouldn't be able to walk around the bed where I originally put it. So it went in that little corner. And then I decided to put a vanity and another rug, of course. And then this piece, which is kind of like a wall divider or a sculpture, I decided to use as a kind of makeshift additional headboard just to add some style to the room. Then I gotta add a nice huge picture, a little dresser with some more clutter. And then I need to figure out a carpet, which I decided because there was so much going in the room, I just wanted a plain carpet. I added a little bar, because why shouldn't you have a bar in your room? On to the next room. I decided to do the bathroom next, the little tiny bathroom, and the random pack generator decided to go with Parenthood, which was pretty funny. Parenthood actually has a lot in it, but I decided to go with this door because that's the only one they had. And it doesn't match vintage Glamour at all, but it's not really supposed to, is it? So I added some lights. I love these mason jar lights. This wallpaper is, or actually it's a tile, I thought was pretty interesting. I never really used that one. I remembered the curtains again. And then I just started throwing furniture in there. So I have the shower tub combo, the sink. I believe I'm going to put a medicine cabinet instead of a mirror. And then more bath clutter, like kids' toys. And then I needed some other decoration. I thought the room just didn't have enough. So I decided to pull out the fairy lights because I really like those fairy lights. I mostly use them in like kids' bedrooms or even a backyard, but why not put in a bathroom? I was looking for any other stuff from the pack that I could throw in that room. And, you know, besides the mirror and the clutter, there wasn't really that much that I thought would fit in this kind of tiny space. I did end up putting a laundry hamper, but it's the decorative one. It's not the functional one. Then back to the random pack generator. Vampires. So I decided to do the hallway as vampire, since that's basically the last space that I had to decorate besides the outdoor space. I decided to do the classic kind of vampire wallpaper, not the bat one, and then this really cool rug, which I never get to use because it looks so fancy and it doesn't fit any of my build style. I'm gonna put some cobwebs, obviously, make it a little spooky. I have the chandeliers, which this window color bothers me so much because it doesn't match this hallway style at all. Then I remembered that I need to put a half wall around the stairs so I don't have people falling down the stairs. Not that they would, but I don't think it's complete without some kind of wall or something there to block the stairs off. Anyway, back to the decor. I put up a little fountain, some paintings. I was trying to find a good curtain for that window. None of them from this pack matched, but I just put it anyway. And then I was going to put like a little book of shadows. That's a charm reference. But I ended up with a radiator. So then to finish it off, I went outside to our balcony and used the rest of the stuff from Get Famous, like a bar, some flowers, plants obviously, and then I put out the couch, that big huge square table, just a little seating area to finish it off. Nice cool hangout spot. Now for the tour. First we enter through the front door into our bowling stuff pack, which is a pretty cool way to decorate the entry. Then we move on to the sunken living room with our fishbowl style table, into our My Cool Kitchen Stuff pack with our lime green accent furniture, into the dining room from Dine Out with our blue and gold accents. Then we enter our Zen Chill Den. That rhymed, it wasn't intentional. With our massage stuff, yoga stuff, and our wall of supplements. Back through the dining room, back through the kitchen, back through the entryway, which I actually ended up really liking. It's weird, not my style, but into our study, which has all of our cat paraphernalia. And move upstairs into our first bedroom, which was the kid stuff pack, which has lots of cool color in it. I really like it for a boy or a girl. And then we enter our little tiny weird Strangerville bathroom. Moving on through our vampire hallway into our beautiful vintage Glamour master bedroom, into our master bedroom bathroom, which is Parenthood, and I actually ended up liking that too. I finish it off, we head out to the balcony, which has all our nice black accent. And that's it. Thanks very much for watching. Bthirstypretzel out.